What is going on, guys? Thank you very much for tuning in at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you very much, Misha, for coming on today. What time is it there right
Thank
now?
you
I know
for
it's like
having
like
me.
it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. What is it? Three, two, one.
No, we usually speak around 4 o'clock a.m. my
Okay.
time, but it's actually 10 p.m. So it's pretty fine. I'm super happy to be here. How are you?
I am extremely excited today because we finally get to talk about something that's I think it's super beneficial for the community. And look, I have a smile on my face. Like I want to say it, but I'm gonna hold back. I want to make this. I don't just want to come out and just fire it off. But uh, first of all, it's always a
We've been
pleasure to
working
have you on
on
the
this
show and
for a
speak.
while.
Yeah, I mean, this hasn't been a 3 day conversation. You know, at some points you've been begging and I've been begging. And
Indeed.
at this point, I'm happy. You want to do it, I'll do it. You want to do it together, I don't know what you want to do here. Let me just
I mean,
just
first
say,
of all, maybe,
guys, thank you
you
very
know,
much for just tuning into the show. This is a live press conference. Me and Misha really have something really super to announce to the entire community. It's super beneficial for those that are uh, obviously looking to learn about digital assets or cryptocurrencies, looking to learn about blockchain, and just looking to stay in one place.
and looking to contribute.
There you go.
It's not just that I mean you guys will surely understand what we're talking about soon, but it's not just the intake of data and um, knowledge. It's also giving back a little, whether you've been in blockchain for 11 years or a week. You have something to contribute, an opinion, an experience, and I'm super excited to get this out there so we can talk about it, and so we can soon also launch it. So how about we just go ahead and get it out there and
All
tweet it
right,
out?
guys. So here's the announcement. Are you ready? Clever fans, G Media, the G Media Army, we have come together in a partnership with Clever to go ahead and produce content in the Clever News section. So Clever and G Media will be working together to go ahead and produce the most electrifying content that you can find in the crypto and blockchain space. I said that right, right?
Indeed. That is very correct. Yeah. We are Clever. Super excited to work with David and Gokhshtein Media and partner up to provide high quality content in Clever News. And Clever News is a new in-app feature that is driven by AI that will provide not only crypto news and aggregated crypto top news, but also top content created by, among others, David and his team at Gokhshtein Media, but also the community in Clever and so many other blockchain communities. Um, Everything from articles, tutorials, reviews, videos, everything will be there in app inside of Clever. In addition, of course, to trusted blockchain data that everybody is seeking and everybody wants, all in the palm of your hand.
You came on the show, so we had you on the show previously at this time, and we talked about everything that Clever brings to. Give me 1 second. I gotta turn this goddamn thing off. Sorry, that's my Discord. But we talked about uh, everything that Clever is trying to achieve in this space. And the one thing you kept mentioning was, we're trying to develop this ecosystem. And for us, it just made sense to go ahead and, we're one of the top. I don't give a shit what anybody says, but we are one of the top, media sites out there. So what better way to go ahead and engage with a crowd, to have engagement, than to go ahead and have Gokhshtein Media a part of your ecosystem, so people can just, whether it's the podcast, live stream, our news articles, people can just grab it and just stay on the Clever app. They don't have to go anywhere. And there's more to the story, and more will come out, guys. This is not. This is just us feeding you. Hey, listen, Gokhshtein Media, Clever, we're together. Me and Misha here, we're holding hands. You know, we're coming together. Because that's what it's about right now. It's about partnerships. The more partnerships you can collaborate with people, the better you're going to be, and hopefully people will understand that. But this will be a super thing for people. Oh man, okay, I'm gonna log off of Clever and then I'm gonna go to Goksh. No, stay in one space. Stay right there and just go ahead and get the content.
Simplify things.
Absolutely.
That's what Clever is all about. Not just streamline it, but simplify it. Making, I think a great analogy is all the messaging apps that we're using, right? You got WhatsApp and Telegram and I don't know, Viber and Slack and it's just go on and on and on and on and on. What we're trying to create in Clever is a crypto ecosystem that also will include the Clever Bank through the fiat on and off ramp as a digital banking account, and all the crypto services that you ever can imagine. Meaning, you want to buy something with crypto, you want to buy crypto by itself through our partnerships with either Transact or Simplex. You can do that in the app. You can read the news, take part of everything that we're doing inside the swap, the future exchange, the blockchain that's being developed right now. Everything will be part of the ecosystem inside one app. And that's why we're super excited to partner with you, because uh, not only are you brazen and confident, but you have the team behind you that I know are producing, like, not just the magazine itself is probably the most elegant magazine in crypto, but I know your plans are so much larger and so much bigger, and I think that synergy works really well with us at Clever.
For sure, for sure. Like it was a no-brainer when we started talking about it, and going back and forth about it. So obviously this benefits, again, the way you've built up Clever, which I'm really proud of. I'm proud of your team, everybody who's involved with the whole entire Clever project. You guys did an amazing job. This was a no-brainer when I was, Ross, who's the vice president of Gokhshtein Media and who's hiding behind this, the screen right now because he's producing this show, or this press conference. When we talked, it was just like, yeah, no-brainer, like absolutely no-brainer to go and be a part of the ecosystem that you guys are developing. We have our own stuff that we're doing, and we've branched out, and it just, obviously, it makes sense for the space. Whatever makes sense for the space for me personally, because that's what I'm about. Whatever makes sense, I'm going to do it if it makes sense. There's no pride or ego involved. It's about how do we take it to the next level. This is how you take something to the next level. You incorporate two brands that are known in the space, and you start going from stage one to stage two, and you slowly build together. So I'm super excited, especially to work with you. Like it's super exciting, knowing you for as many years as we've known each other in this space, to go ahead and work with each other, to go ahead and reach certain goals here. And that's, for us, it's to provide the content to your users and vice versa. So we're gonna achieve that. I know that for sure. People might take this as cockiness. It's not. It's just I know what kind of companies, excuse me, what kind of projects we're a company, but what kind of projects we have here and what we can develop. So it's not cockiness, it's just knowing and being confident that we'll deliver things to the general audience that'll be educational and beneficial for everybody.
Indeed, and I think that's very important what you just said, the educational. So the educational side of blockchain and crypto is something that I personally think has been very, very much lacking over recent years, and it's getting better. But at the same time, there's so many new people coming into the space, and Clever is not just strong in North America and Europe, but in Southeast Asia, but it's becoming very, very strong in developing countries and developing markets. So, huge markets in Nigeria and South Africa and India and Indonesia, Philippines. And there are many people who need clear, simple, direct, accessible blockchain education. And that, I think, is something that Clever News will be able to provide in a very, very streamlined, simplified, and elegant way. Like, everything about the app is always beautiful, but it also needs to be a user experience that anyone who hasn't been in crypto before can also take part of. So it's the layers of Clever News will be the AI driven side of it, where it's catered to the personal user, whether they like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron, XRP. Speaking of XRP, we might get to that later today.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
mhm. And the second layer would be the content created by you and other partners, as well as the community itself, that can be upvoted, they can earn KLV through it, and it creates a whole new set of economic rules around content itself. um, and the last third part will be the kind of token and blockchain data that will be super
Right.
easily accessible to anyone.
Which brings me to another point, which is, you know, we have a lot of people that come and ask us, "Hey, what wallet should we use? What wallet should I use, Dave? What wallet should I use? Hey, Ross, what wallet? What wallet? What wallet?" And now, pretty much, you guys already know it's Clever. You're gonna use Clever. If you're gonna come to me and ask me about what wallet am I going to use, I'm gonna tell you simply either look back at this, live press conference today, or I'm just going to say one word to you, and I'm just going to say Clever, or I'm going to point you in the right direction on G Media's, on our website. Just go to Clever. And tonight, as you guys know, we're hosting the webinar, which is free. And you made some really good points, Mish. I've been giving out Bitcoin. I don't know if you noticed. I've been giving out 5,000 Bitcoin, 10,000 Bitcoin, all out of my pocket. Nobody's funding me on it. I wish somebody did. All right.
I don't
Nobody. Oh,
think
here we go. Here we
anyone
go.
can miss what you're doing.
No,
You're giving
no.
out Bitcoin on a daily basis. I know. It's great.
I'm not trying to get followers. What I am trying to do is it is adoption, and it's working. And you know what? The people, the 100 people that are joining tonight, joining the webinar, they're not from the crypto Twitter space per se. They are just interested in cryptocurrency. And what we're doing is we're bringing new people, adoption, we're bringing new people in. They're like, well, what wallet should I use? Well, now I have a clear option. It's Clever, is what you're going to use. You know why? Because G Media backs it. G Media now completely backs Clever for you to go ahead and use. I would have backed it if there was no partnership, because it's clean and elegant. The word that he loves to use here, Mish, is elegant, but which it is, and it's very smooth. And when it comes to operating it, I mean, like, there's no issues. But the thing that caught me was
But probably the most important thing, in my
the
opinion, is
charge,
the
the
security.
charging. Oh,
No,
security.
it's
I
the
was going with that.
security.
Okay. I was thinking about
But
invoicing.
security on a completely new level for software wallets, but also security that gives you your keys. We don't hold your keys. No devs in Clever hold any keys, have no access to
Correct.
that. It's completely non-custodial. So you have custody of your crypto.
And I like the part non-custodial. I like that part. So that's awesome from that part. But here's the thing that I wanted to say. You mentioned the Philippines. You mentioned a lot of these third world countries where people rely on sending crypto. And I get a lot of these people, or rely on using cryptocurrencies, excuse me. So I get a lot of people that contact me now with the five, trying to get people in for blockchain, for adoption. You read my hashtags. That's what it's about. So they contact me, and I have people downloading wallets for the first time. or I'll have somebody that has a wallet and they'll tell me, you know what, this $5 or this $10 or this $20 means so much. Not only is it $20 a week's pay out there, and I can go ahead and feed my family, but if I need to send money out, I I use Bitcoin, and it's really cool now that I'll be able to get more people, hopefully, in to download Clever, and to use to first of all use it to receive, if they do win the giveaway, use that $10 to go ahead and either buy something with it or send it to somebody. That to me is the coolest part.
And speaking of third world and kind of the very prevalent phenomenon of remittance, which I think is something that crypto can solve in terms of fees. Like there's MoneyGram and Western Union, and they're charging ridiculous amounts of fees for people sending back money to their family. And with Clever, not only can people now earn simply by inviting their friends through our referral program, 50% of their friends' swap fees goes directly, instantly to their wallet. That's number one. But two, we just came out today that this next update coming in a few days, we're adding Binance Chain and BNB Coin, which is super exciting. Also because we can then fully integrate our partner in Travala for the travel industry, and of course work to deepen the BNB integration. But the update after that, I'm happy to reveal we will be going for David's absolute favorite coin and community in the world, one of the largest crypto communities in the world, which we're super excited to integrate, which is Ripple and XRP.
XRP Army, you heard that just now. It is going down. Clever, one of the top wallets in the space, will now integrate you into their wallet. You heard it here first.
Yeah, it's going into
That
the
is awesome.
beta this month, and coming out to the public very, very, very soon. So what's really cool about XRP, besides it being one of the largest cryptocurrencies in the world, very, very, very solid company and foundation, a lot of great partnerships, huge trading volume, but also, for me, what I see is a very clear use case for remittance, meaning sending money back to your family or your friends or someone that you care for in a third world country, usually. And we are very, very, very happy to first integrate XRP, of course, and the Ripple blockchain, but also go down the line and start integrating products that's already running on top of Ripple.
I gotta tell you, you look more excited. I know it's a name change. I get it. But you look more excited talking about Clever than you do about Tron Wallet Me. I just, I'm blunt. I don't hold back, but like, it just, there's this
Clever is a lot
excitement
more
to you.
exciting than kind of anything right now in the space. I mean,
Yeah.
to be
I mean,
honest
like,
with you, the thing is like this: the team is, it amazes me on a daily basis. Truly, I've worked with a lot of tech teams throughout the years. I've never seen a tech team like Clever that provides a passion, knowledge, expertise in their field. Whether it's, we have over 40 developers working in Clever, everything from architects to back end to blockchain, research and developers, to front end, to UI UX experts, to graphic designers, anything and everything, DevOps, everyone in their specific field is mind blowing. And inside internally, we call it clever machines, because it's truly just seeing like a machine working. And now with the new Clever OS, you can just see, we've added 4 chains 3 weeks ago. We're adding Binance chain now. Now, right after that, we're going to add XRP, and it's just going to continue that way. So, yeah, a lot of things coming. A lot of things coming.
And you know, again, this is not just a partnership with Clever, where G Media just said, okay, let's partner with Clever and just make an announcement. Besides the news, I mean, we will go ahead and implement Clever, where we'll have, we'll get, what, we'll get more to it because I want to actually have it written out. But those who want to go ahead and write, you know, will get rewarded in KLV. So that's pretty cool.
Indeed.
That's a pretty cool thing. Uh, which again, we keep it in the ecosystem. Uh, and also, we'll have quarterly meetings. We'll have Clever on where we can go ahead and talk not only just about Clever and G Media and yada yada yada. Yes, we'll talk about you know what's up, what's the latest updates, what are we doing, but we'll also get to talk about obviously digital assets and blockchain. And I think, and I solely believe that we're gonna listen. I'm excited. Usually I have a lot of words, but I'm just excited that this finally all came together because I know that this will benefit the entire community. I don't want to make it seem like we're better or bigger than anybody else, but like this shit right here is gonna benefit people. It's just
I
gonna
really
keep
don't think
people
that
on
we're
one page.
bigger or better than anyone. I just
No, but
think
your people are
that
gonna take that when I say it like that. I know how people can take it, but like there is nobody doing this. You're out there 24/7 promoting Clever. Use us, not just here's a wallet. You're like, no, here's the concept. We're the
no,
same way.
here's
We're like,
financial freedom.
yeah, but
That's
like,
the difference.
tell me
Here's
what
financial
wallet does
freedom,
that.
but in an app that is on a quality standard of highest top rated Apple and Google Play
But who
apps, you
else
know?
does that, Misha, who else goes out there and is out there in his community preaching what it's about, what the concept is? Like there's Trust Wallet's not doing that. No disrespect, Trust Wallet, you're good. No disrespect to you. The other wallets, I don't even know them. My bad. Sorry. Like, hold on. Atomic, they're all right. No disrespect. You're all right. Okay. But there's nobody else out there that's like in their community. They're not in their community. There's no ecosystem to it. There's nothing else into it. It's the same way I look at our competitors, so-called competitors. We don't have competition. Yet they come out and they say they are competition. No, you don't engage with nobody. Just throwing out an article and saying, here you go, that's not engagement. Engagement is when you reply to every single person that's trying to
I
talk to
agree.
you. And that's what we
I
do.
agree.
That's why I actually love this partnership. Like, this is what I look for when I go ahead and try to partner up with somebody. It's the engagement factor is what are you doing with your community, not just so we can have a big name. Big names are nice, but what are we going to do after we announce it? Are we doing all the work? So like to me again at the end of the day, I see two people, especially me and you, that go right out there and we start preaching adoption. And this is what adoption is.
And I got to give it to the Clever community, which is, first of all, utterly global. Like literally 193 countries in the world have users using Clever. But I'm talking about the community out on Telegram, on Twitter, of course, and other social media that are just pushing it and loving the app and just trying, to share their experience on what they did, how it worked for them, how it was adopted, how they could swap one coin to another and it was seamless, and how they're staking, at 16% or 12% APR inside a Clever, and using that to then, yield something. It's truly quite inspiring and astonishing to just see how fast the Clever community has grown. And I just see new faces popping up every day, and it's amazing, and it's just the beginning of the journey. And currently we've started already with the Clever Labs project. The blockchain is already in development and coming along really, really nicely. We have probably one of the top guys in the entire industry, Fernando Sobrera, who's our head of blockchain research and development. And I mean, if there's anything that this guy doesn't know about blockchain, this it's really not worth not knowing. This guy is
Superstar.
top notch. I He's the only one I'm starstruck around in the entire space, and I speak to him on almost on a daily basis. So it's a hard thing, you know, always being starstruck. But
So like, oh,
so the
hold on.
blockchain,
So like, this does nothing for you right now.
the Gokhshtein, no, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Wow, this is a first, guys. Like, stop with the. I'm watching Periscope. Stop with the hearts. We're about to cancel this whole shit. No, I'm kidding. No, that's good. Like, that's good to have somebody like that you have, um, in your on your team that you can actually look to
I
and say,
mean, he's. I mean, Fernando is just one. I mean, we're
yeah,
talking Dio, the
yeah,
CEO, as a vision and a leadership that
yeah.
is unmatched. I haven't seen before. The CTO Bruno is literally everywhere all the time, making sure that things are working. Our CEO Anderson constantly on top of things. I mean, this it's just the list goes on and on and on and on. But it's an exciting team. It's a passionate team. It's a young team, and it's a hungry team. And Clever is literally, in my opinion, building the best crypto wallet system in the world.
Listen, I'm happy to be a part of it, and I'm gonna be happy that like quarterly, that's just one of the things I'm giving out to you guys. We'll have the whole list hammered out for you, just so you guys know exactly what to expect from this partnership. But it's just more than just coming to. It's just more than two brands just coming together and saying, "Hey, partnership." No, it's more than that. It brings real adoption to the space, which we've all been asking for. We've literally all, those that really do care, we've been asking for this. So this does that. What's the first thing that a person needs? They need a wallet, right? If they want to go ahead and purchase something. Why not download Clever? Makes it easier. If they want to go ahead and listen, one of my favorite features on Clever is where I can charge somebody an invoice. You go ahead and hit charge, sends it right to the person. I mean, it's so simple. You don't have to go to PayPal or something and write up an invoice, or you don't have to get or just write an invoice up on, let's say, using Microsoft Office. It's just everything's in house, so it just makes
Mhm.
things easier. It's just an
All
example.
in house, all in mobile,
Perfect,
nothing
and
else.
that's why, like for us, like it makes it easier for Gokhshtein Media, where G Media is constantly trying to educate, besides educational and educational material that we go ahead and post out, the magazine, the news articles, the live cast, the podcast, you know we're the first. So any copycats, we're the first with the press conferences in this space, where we think it's cool, because obviously, let's be real, guys, you're lazy and you just want to either hear it on an audio cast or you want to see it live cast. You don't want to read a press release. We got it. So this is what we did. And you know what? All this stuff just brings just more engagement to this space, and we see a vision and we want to be a part of that. So anything that we can do, again, being repetitive, we're going to do everything possible to partner up with the right people, just like Misha, to go ahead and Clever and the whole team and the whole G Media team to go ahead and bring adoption to this space and make it easier for people that want to get into this space. We're going to start you right off with Clever. By the way, who's bringing out XRP for all you XRP diehard fans who get trolled by the Bitcoin Maximus, aka the Carnival Goldfish? It doesn't matter. XRP at the end of the day, we're gonna rip it up. They're blasting the hearts in the room right now, but we're gonna rip it up. As one of the guys over here that constantly talks about XRP, don't worry, we're gonna get there. Clever, being on Clever
Yeah,
is a major
you
step.
gotta, you've been speaking about XRP to me for too long, in the
Oh,
sense of like for me to remember it. But I want to see the power of the XRP army. You've been speaking about it, but I guess in a not too long distant future, we're talking about 2 3 weeks. I want to see
two,
the
three
power of
weeks.
the XRP community. Okay. And
Um,
what's fascinating, by the way, about that update is not just XRP. So currently, right, inside of Clever Browser, we have a lot of services and crypto services, but the main access to dApps is the Tron dApp ecosystem. What we're
Yeah.
going to add uh, in an update that's coming along with XRP is what a lot of our users and a lot of other wallet users have been waiting for, and that is Ethereum dApp support. So there are thousands of dApps
Wow.
and
That's
DeFi apps and Uniswaps and Unilayers and Sushi swaps and Yam swap, whatever food swaps there are. But there's a lot of dApps on Ethereum, and soon anyone will be able to access all of these dApps directly inside the Clever browser, which hasn't been enabled prior, and is something that we're working on for quite some time, especially to ensure security. And yeah, it's coming.
that's listen, you guys are hard at work. I mean, like that, and it just makes me feel that much better that we made the right decision. Obviously, hopefully, you feel the same way to go ahead and partner up. We work our asses off. I'm talking about. I can show you my logs. 16 hours a day. I'm ripping it up apart to try to go ahead and, you know, facilitate all the things that I've talked about. And I know on your part you do. Listen, when you're like 3 o'clock in the morning, bro, go to sleep. That's what you said to me. If what was it, like a few days ago? Like, bro, go to sleep. We'll talk about this later. And I'm like, no, I'm not really going to sleep, but okay. You want to talk about it later? Go for it. And listen, I know you're a busy guy. Look at this. We got comments. Ethereum DApp will be huge. Can't wait for this update. The room is really going crazy with comments right now. It's really
Really,
it's
I
when
I'm
is
not there.
when is Litecoin swap? So you got a bunch of people.
Litecoin swap is coming very, very, very soon.
Guys, if you have questions, I will ask. Of course, I will ask Misha to go ahead and elaborate on it. But go ahead. Let me see. I'll read back. I'm sure you guys have some questions. So I will spend a few minutes here being the man that I am, the people's champ. Okay, I'm taking that away from The Rock.
I didn't know that
Um,
was how he was called, but hey, where's the Periscope? Let's see.
well, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Here are old. Um, let's go. So everybody's excited about this partnership. Thank you so much, Robert. I appreciate it. We both appreciate it. I speak on behalf of both of us here that we do appreciate it. XRP is going down. Irish Girl Crypto said that. Irish Girl Crypto,
Irish.
it's time for you to start giving out some XRP instead of some TRX. Nah, no disrespect to Tron, but do a XRP giveaway, man. I'll give you some. Let's see. Somebody try to troll with their own bankroll network. Uh, XRP Army, XRP BNB on Clever soon is fire. Need XRP and BNB swap pairs. Are we doing the XRP and BNB swap pairs?
You will have to see,
We
but
will have to see.
definitely B and B swap pairs are coming, and XRP swap pairs are coming, of course, upon integration.
The Moto King 1 says, Clever team does a great job. Of course they do. We know that. David said he will partner for free. There's no cost involved. I show Clever Wallet, so you are better than others. That comes from Irish Girl Crypto again. Uh, tell people to be clever. I mean, listen, it was a clever idea to go ahead and do this, right? I said that before we came on.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Let's see. I'm just here to troll XRP people. Uh, I'll this it will be measured in XLV price swing. Let me find a good one. No sleep till Brooklyn. Big up. One first clever lab project.
So that was what I was talking about. So Clever Labs currently has two ongoing projects: the Clever blockchain and the Clever browser. and the Clever
Okay.
blockchain is currently in development, as is the Clever browser. But what is a third, somewhat independent project that's also being developed right now is the Clever Exchange. And
Yeah.
that is going to be our own version of what we think an exchange should be in terms of usability, accessibility, simplicity, and giving all, literally everyone, whether you are an experienced, seasoned trainer or just beginning in crypto, you have a place on the Clever Exchange, and it's coming soon.
Will XRP be staked? The Moto King is asking, will there be staking for XRP?
I cannot answer exactly on the XRP yet. We can't reveal that, but I can tell you that there will be more coins and tokens up for staking. Yes.
Irish girl with a question. My only question was BNB LTC swap, and they answered it. Okay, she didn't have a question. She said you answered it. Thank you for the mention. Somebody said, "Oh, hold on. I have ditched all. I have ditched all my wallets, and I've switched to Clever now.
Now
UI is top
that's
notch.
what we're talking about.
Okay,
Now
that's what we're
that's a
talking about.
comment.
There we go. Both they said both of us. A comment comes from Fetish, I think. Both so clever. We know that. Like, come on. Like, really? Have you not looked at our last name?
I just want to say one thing, by the way, in terms of the staking of XRP. Uh, as you know, and many others know, we have an ongoing partnership that's just deepening by the day, by the way, with Cred, the
Yeah.
California-based lender and borrower. They're an amazing organization, but they're also, we built a DApp together in that's accessible inside of Clever. And this DApp allows anyone to stake BTC, ETH, TRX, Link, and many other coins and tokens that we currently support. And as we support XRP in the update after this one,
Yeah.
anyone will be able, of course, to stake their XRP with Cred through our joint product. So to answer that question, yes, there will be staking for XRP.
There will be staking for the XRP army. So don't worry about it. Trust me. Even if he tries to pull one, I will take the first flight out to Israel. It will happen. All right. Um, so one guy, blazing monolith, said one clever exchange. We already know it's in the works in the lab. Sam the Carpet Man is as clever as David and Mish and the community. Absolutely, you are as clever as us. Are you 100 on development, or are you starting to dive into crypto policy talks with nations? This comes from
That's an
Curtis
interesting.
Kitchen.
First of all, Curtis is a good old friend of mine, and it's a great question. I think that as we are super heavy on the development side, in Clever, we're also in joint talks with some really, really, really big players on the regulatory side as well as the banking side. Starting out, of course, in Brazil with talks with some of the biggest banks there. But I see something much, much larger. I think that I was just having a conversation with Marshall Hayner of MetalPay, and he's been with Stellar, and he's a very seasoned man in blockchain, and he actually was driving an initiative together with Eric Finman in Washington this year about crypto regulation. And we were just talking yesterday, and he said something that was very, very true, which is that we can scream financial freedom, we can scream decentralization, we can scream all of these things, but first of all, if we just do it in the echo chamber, it doesn't matter. Secondly, what's important is to work with regulators. What's important is to work with local legislators and as well as international organizations to get crypto adopted, to get crypto better white labeled, meaning taking away that somewhat bad reputation that it has in some circles,
Yeah.
especially now that we see more and more central banks printing their own digital currencies. Of course, starting with Beijing,
Yeah.
which are 5, 10, maybe even more years ahead of the U.S.
Correct. Um, I'm
Wasn't
smiling.
this supposed to be a 10-minute conversation?
It was, but you know what? I was going to, obviously it was supposed to, and I said before we came on, it probably lead into, the live press conference is 15 minutes. Um, Obviously, people have questions, and I just don't want to put them to the side. So I'm gonna, you know, 5, 6 more questions, and then we will end this. Obviously with us talking about, the Clever and G Media partnership, which we're totally excited about. You see the smile on Misha's face. If he wasn't excited, he wouldn't be here. Um, Here we have one for ZellaPay. ZellaPay partnership and swap on Clever. I don't know what that means. I have
It's
no
quite
idea what that
simple.
means.
Zelapay from Dubai and the UAE have a TRC20 token now that they're migrating from Ethereum, and we just airdropped to over 40K
Yeah.
addresses of KLV, and a lot of people, of course, want to dig in a little bit more. And swap pairs will be available once this new TRC20 token of ZPay are on exchanges. So we'll just have to wait for that, and then swap pairs comes.
Will Clever ever add a VPN into its app?
In terms of the VPN, actually, it's something that we are heavily going on in terms of the Clever browser. So the Clever browser is something that, I mean, personally, I think it's one of the most exciting projects that's going on in Clever right now. It's a web browser, but because we feel that Brave and other browsers inside of blockchain and crypto really haven't, come up to that level yet. So we're kind of redefining and rethinking the browser and the VPN and the approach of hiding your identity and your location and essentially just protecting privacy
Yeah.
while adding that layer of security and usability of swaps and blockchain integration to all wallets and all chains. That's what we're building. So yes.
You might have to build it a little bit faster because I know something. I mean, Pack Global is all about data and storage, and security. So I'm just saying, but there's always partnerships that can be made. But moving on along to, let me go ahead and throw one more question out there, which is this is a pretty good question too. I like this one. It seems like your community's here too, along with mine, but your community's here, boy. They are here.
They're fierce, man. Fierce, educated, and super passionate.
Is Clever working on any live video streaming platforms such as D Live? I like that question.
It's an interesting question. We've definitely touched on some technologies to implement and integrate into the Clever browser that we're building to kind of simplify the video meeting structure. It's a huge competitive market, and in terms of live streaming, currently is not a top priority, but it's something that definitely is being discussed inside the dev team of how to integrate the most kind of simplified and useful video technology inside of the Clever browser.
Awesome. Um, there, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's like 40,000 questions in here, so and it's coming from both sides. Uh, yeah, I already Cloudy Night. I already asked about the VPN, and Mish was very kind enough to go ahead and answer that question. So you'll just have to replay that. Um, but at the end of the day, your final words. Obviously, yes, this was a live press conference to go ahead and announce the partnership G Media, clever. It was a clever thing to do to come together to become partners to go ahead and move this space forward. Final thoughts on that, Mish?
That education and access to news is, and especially in the turn of the monetary era into the digital asset future, is for me a human right. And it's something that we in Clever are something that was one of the first building blocks when we said we're going to, revamp and build Clever and this whole ecosystem. Okay, Clever News needed to be part of that, needed to be an essential part of that. So we're super excited to work with you and provide that, not just the aggregate AI driven type of top-notch news taken from the crypto world, but also that catered news from you, as well as the community-based driven created news and content in video form, in article form, in review form, of course charts form. Like the possibilities are endless when you think of a community-based news service inside an app like Clever, and all, of course, driven by the KLV token. So
Right.
all the rewards, all the voting, everything will be made with the KLV token. Once again, one main token for an entire ecosystem. So super exciting stuff.
And for me, again, like I already said it, it's a pleasure, number one, to work with a staff that, especially Mish, who's determined to go ahead and, do what we're trying to do is bring new people to the space, educate, build a build a foundation for people to go ahead and look, get a wallet. This wallet does everything for you. You really don't need nothing else. And I'm not just bullshitting with you guys. It's the truth. Like you really don't need to get anything else. It's all inside there. Anything that you want to do, it's in there. You want to read some news? Read G Media. Of course, I'm going to say read G Media. Read what we have to go ahead and put on there. Look at our live cast, look at our podcast, or listen to our podcast. You could just do it from the app rather than having to go here, there, and tire yourself out. Just keep it in one place. I'm in love with the ecosystem. It benefits us all because now we're able to now work together and bring, again, repetitively, I'm going to say this, but bring more people into this space and keep growing it without having these sports teams, the sports team kind of mindset where this one's better and that one's better and this one's better. No, the only way we get better is, as I always say, we come together as one space and take it to the next level. Go ahead, Misha. I know you're dying to
Something.
say something. Go for
Yeah,
it.
yeah. There's something that our head of BD, JP, a very good friend and a associate of mine, who always says this, and it always gets to me. He comes from a heavier software and finance background, and he comes into crypto and he talks to all these blockchain companies, and every time he says something so poignant, and it gets to me every time. It's like, he has this wonderful Brazilian accent, but I'll just say it in plain English. He
No,
says,
no, use his accent. No, 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 use his accent. Say it the way he would say it.
We are so small, so small. And he goes and he literally gives this wonderful speech that is, we are so small in the crypto space.
Yeah.
Compare us, all of us, including all the exchanges, including all the blockchains, including all the crypto companies, including all the dApps, everything. And take us together and we'll be a little speck compared to the financial world that's currently out there. And if we don't unite and if we don't work together, if we don't provide services to each other to help one another to achieve more and grow, we cannot do this.
No.
And we won't be able to do it. So therefore, we're super open to partnering with anyone who shares our value of transparency, truth, growth, and financial freedom. So holla at us.
Awesome. Listen, again, congratulations to us and a bigger congratulations to the community. That's what I want to really say. This is a win for the community, and you'll see it. I mean, it doesn't happen right away, but you'll see it. The stuff that we'll work on together, you'll understand why this partnership for me personally feels big, and I know Misha feels the same. So uh, I want to thank
100%.
I just want to thank the Clever community for joining in. You guys are monsters. I know you guys anyway, but you guys are monsters. Uh, I want to thank the G Media, the G Media Army. We're gonna have to give us a different nickname, but I want to give you guys a big shout out. Thank you very much. You guys come from all different places, so thank you very much for constantly supporting us and the work that we do. And I personally want to give a shout out to my guy Ross McDonald, who, I'm out here all the time. I'm doing live casts, podcasts, but if I don't have Ross, behind me, not in that way, but if I don't have Ross behind me, okay, making sure that everything's good, you know, because that dude makes sure that like this goes off without a hitch, and like everything that I do goes off looking nice and pretty. So thank you, Ross McDonald. Obviously, he plays a huge part in G Media's success. And thank you to all our sponsors and also the listen, in the last week, I got to give a shout out to all the companies that have joined G Media for marketing. Thank you very much in believing in us and understanding that we're going to take it to the top. As you can see, man, these kind of partnerships just send people to the next level. So thank you very much. I appreciate everybody for tuning in today. We're looking forward to speaking to you guys again and again. Like I said, it'll be quarterly talks. We'll be on here talking. Listen, it might be every month. I don't know. We'll decide what we do,
We'll
but it'll
see.
be to the benefit of the community. So on that note, G Media Unfiltered special live press conference with Misha from Clever and your boy the Mamba from DG. No, excuse me, G Media. I'm out. What? You never watched. We're still probably on Ross's